There's obviously many advantages to living in Victoria, BC, but there's also a number of drawbacks which are important to consider. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing 5 reasons not to move here to Victoria. Number 1 on the list is possibly not a surprise, but that is the high cost of living. Victoria has a high cost of living, especially when it comes to housing, compared to other parts of Canada. There are several factors that contribute to our high cost of living. Here's a few. Victoria is a desirable place to live, attracting a significant number of people. However, the supply of housing has not kept up with the demand, leading to a housing shortage. This scarcity drives up housing prices and contributes to the high cost of living in the city. Geographical constraints, aka the fact that we live on an island, also is a contributor to the high cost of living here. Victoria is located on Vancouver Island, which is surrounded by water and mountains. These geographical limitations restrict the amount of available land for housing development. As a result, the cost of land is higher, further impacting housing affordability. The tourism industry plays a significant role in the local economy, but also contributes to the higher cost of living. The demand for goods and services is often higher in tourist areas, leading to increased prices of everyday expenses. What do you think? Do you notice that it's more expensive? You don't have to pay rent just yet, do you? Not yet. You're lucky you're cute, hey? You're lucky. This definitely makes it more challenging for families or individuals who are on a tight budget. If you're finding yourself admiring my lovely moss bowl in behind me here, this is actually a bowl from HomeSense. I don't get lucky at HomeSense very often, but occasionally I'll get a good find. And I felt like this bowl actually looked like real wood. I think it actually might be real wood. And then we've got some fake moss inside, which I picked up at Michael's, but nice to just have a pop of color, I always think, on a coffee table. So back to the video, item number 2 is limited job opportunities. So Victoria's actually got a pretty good growing economy, but there are still limited job opportunities in certain industries. Because Victoria is obviously a smaller city, there's not as many jobs in general. So it can be a little bit more challenging, especially if you're looking for a job in a specialized field. I highly recommend you research job opportunities before you decide to move. Number 3 is limited transportation options. Oh, my legs are going to sleep. So for those of you that are from bigger cities like Toronto or Vancouver, we obviously don't have a subway or a SkyTrain or a train in general at all. And also because we're obviously on an island, you need to take a ferry or a plane if you're going to basically go anywhere else. Number 4 is potential isolation. So again, due to the fact that Victoria is on an island, at the southern tip of an island, we are definitely more isolated from the rest of Canada. We have a pretty vibrant community here on the island, but I know some people can experience a bit of a disconnect if they're not used to island living. The mainland sometimes affords people it's just easier to travel. You can get more direct flights. Maybe they've got family on the mainland. It's easier to kind of just get in your car and go for some sort of long road trip. Not that you can't do that on the island here, but it is just different, and some people just have a harder time with that. So basically, if you value frequent and convenient travel options, then Victoria may not be the best fit for you. Number 5 is limited cultural diversity. Victoria is a pretty culturally diverse city. However, because we are smaller, it's likely not going to be as culturally diverse as other larger cities. This can affect the range of cultural experiences, the diversity of food or restaurants that are available, and also the community resources that might be available. If you're someone who prioritizes living in a highly multicultural environment, then Victoria just may not meet your expectations in that regard. It's so important to do your own assessment of your lifestyle and needs before making a move to any city. If you are planning on making a move here to Victoria, BC, I'm Ainsley. I'm a local real estate agent here, and I would love to help you with your search.